going to decode entire playbook. What you're going to learn from this video is what is gold silver ratio. That 1933 at the Great Depression period was this ratio went super high. This was in May 21, 21st time after 2011 it's broken, and silver has gone up 2x since we last talked about it in this channel and on my Twitter handle. In this video, I want to completely decode it, how I anticipated that big move. It's going to be simple and practical, and how you can identify, and I'm going to decode entire playbook. What you're going to learn from this video is what is gold silver ratio, that everybody's talking about it, and why they're talking now, why it was not discussed at the time when it was very important, where you can capture all the 2x move. At the same time, what is the playbook which we can use going forward, and what is the next move we expecting in silver as well. If you're a holder of silver, there's no recommendation of buy and sell. I'm still holding it, so my views can be biased, but I want to completely make it an educational video of understanding everything about the silver and why it is taking so much of hype today, and how you can capture such moves in future and track it yourself. So it's going to be very informational, educational video, so watch till the end. If you are here for fun, I would say you should drop it right now, because that would not add any value, because I respect your time. So if you respect my effort which I'm putting through, I would expect that you stay till the end. Also, have a conversation with me on the comments below, so that I can know that you're able to get the value out of this video. So let's get started. First thing first, what is the gold silver ratio timeline, right? And this is a timeline which is dated for many years. And as you can see, and what is the ratio? I'll come to that point first, so that you can understand this better, right? So first thing first, let's try and understand. I made 3 videos in the past, as you can see here, one on February 2025, August 2026, and September 2025. And in my X handle, I've been sharing this a lot. So the time when it was here, as you can see, now it's a kind of an almost like an rocket ship which is going on with the silver. And this is a 3 months chart, but I will decode all that in later video. But let's start with first, what is the gold silver ratio? So it is basically nothing but it's a tool. A ratio shows how much ounce of silver it takes to buy one ounce of gold. So it's a ratio that how much ounce you can buy of silver with 1 ounce of gold. That's a ratio. It is calculated by simply dividing the gold price to the silver price. Now the key tool, this is why it is used, is gauge if gold or silver is relatively cheap or expensive. That's as simple as that, right? But what this ratio tells us, if the ratio is high, often signals silver is undervalued. So you buy signal, it's a buy signal. If ratio is low, that means it's almost at the parity with the gold, right? Because if you divide gold by silver, and 10 by 2 is 5, right? So if you have 10 by 5, then you have a small ratio. That means the gold and silver has some kind of parity. Now, if let's say if I have $1,000 of gold and silver is 20, then ratio is 50. And what it tells, that if it's a high ratio, suggests silver is cheap relative gold, on often signals to buy signal. But I will come to you or buy and sell later, because you can't just simply take that example. You have to have practical insights on how you can take this forward, right? It's just ratio will not tell you everything. And what I'm going to share with you later part of the video is what is very important. And that is what I call it a playbook, which I shared with you when I was tracking this ratio. And low ratio means the gold is cheap relative to silver, signaling potential time to buy gold. Okay, so that's what it is. So now this, you understand what gold silver ratio is. Now let's go and look at this chart, right? This chart tells you clearly from 1862, right? Let me make this clear. 1862 2020, and you can find out a recent one. I'll share with you how you can even identify today, and track that regularly, because it's important. You don't have to track every day. You can track once in a month. That itself is enough for you as well. So it's as simple as, that's why I call it a peaceful weekend investing. You don't need to really be on top of things. All you have to do is understand the right things and make sure that you track it on your weekly basis or monthly basis in a very religious form, like how you're doing for your job as well. So this is a ratio, as you can see here, this ratio. 1933 at the Great Depression period was this ratio went super high, right? And that is where the historic ratio was. That was 132, right? And same way you can see there's ratios which were provided to you at different times. And 2020 COVID time was also one of the time when there was this ratio really touch almost high. And you already know now what this ratio means when it is high and when it's low. So there were top five highest years where silver, gold spot is there, and top five is this. So you get an idea about it. Again, this is over 100 years of gold silver ratio. To you can use it. I can share the link below in the video so you can track it. Now, question is, how do you track it? What is the current gold silver ratio? And it's very simple. And let me show you that. So let me take you to the TradingView, our favorite tool. As you know, there is a complete playlist of TradingView if you are new to this, so that you can understand that. All you have to do is just type TVC in symbol search, type TVC colon gold divide by TVC colon silver, and you have your own gold silver ratio chart in front of you. And what it tells you, if I go back, this is 3 months chart, right? And you can see, and it was at the COVID 2020 time, it was highest, right? 126. And now it's going down. Down going means, what it means when it's going down, that now when it is high, that means silver is very undervalued. When it is now ratio is going 67 or 40, that means it's now catching up, right, with the gold price. And that's what it means. If you understand that point clearly, it is, if ratio is greater than 80, so the silver is cheap. If ratio is less than 40, that means gold is cheap, or we can say relatively it is, the price valuation is catching up, right? So in this case, you have, at one point it went 126. So if you had 1 ounce of gold, you could get tons of silver, right? That's what it means. And when it's now catching up, that means now there is price parity, which is getting into, is being, catch up rally is happening. And at some point, it went to 28. Crazy, isn't it? 2011. And I'll show you that in the chart, then you'll understand all of this. And this particular chart is so important, and you can understand when things are going upwards, that's the time where you start looking at, okay, should I buy silver? And start accumulating that. And that's exactly happened when I was sharing with you this information. And you can see February 2025, right? Let's look at where is February 2025. And that was this is a 3 month chart. Let's make it, uh, yeah. And that is exactly, look, I also posted on silver ready for journey double from here. Look at this. This was in May 21, 24. And I anticipated, I'm not trying to boost here. I'm trying to tell you it's simple. I give this anticipation in May 2021, 24, that here it's going to double. And today it is exactly double, and it's playbook, right? And I'll also try to share with you what exactly people think, that why you should not look at only fundamentals, technicals, and either of that. I blend both of them as part of peaceful weekend investing and try and make sense out of that. If you are enjoying the video so far, just give a thumbs up, and also try and share with your friends and family, and subscribe to my channel, because a lot of people who are watching are just watching without subscribing, and it helps us. And that's the love you can share with us, because it takes a lot of effort and to bring these videos over to you. So you can see this was my simple analysis on what is the bull run looking like, and it followed exactly the playbook which I anticipated with you can see here the trend lines which I shared. It was with the reason, and you have now a complete rocket ship which has taken and gone 2x from there. So yeah, so it was a simple analysis where you could see that it was forming a base. Now this is where I want to explain to you. As you can see, so many years, and people think that in the price of silver never goes down. You can see this is the time when gold silver ratio was at peak, well, like 126, right? And that's why it was most undervalued from there. And you can see after that, there's a complete base formation happen. And this base formation is now first time after 2011 it's broken, and that's where you see there's a kind of an um, rally which is coming up. Now I'm expecting, what do I expect from this going forward? And I've recently took some money off the table as well, but I'm still holding it, and it's one of my big positions in my portfolio. Question is important, is what to do next. For me, I'm expecting it should get cooled off a bit, but the target is something which is foolish game. I'm not interested in giving targets to specific things. I'm interested in managing risk. That is more important for me, because you can see very well it goes up and it also comes back and takes long pauses, or it can go into time wise or price wise correction. People think that silver will never crash. Then this should answer you that after rally, it is commodity at the end of the day. It goes up and also takes long pause. So please be mindful of that, that from 2011 it is the first time breaking out now in 2025. So it's not that silver gives you returns all the time. You have to make the best of the time when it is available to you, and ensure that you need to have a process to exit as well. Otherwise you'll be sitting and sulking with so much of gains given up, and you don't want to do that as a peaceful weekend investor. So my playbook is very simple. Keep taking, and I like to sell things in the strength, not necessarily when things are correcting. So I have also sold a bit, and I'm just waiting for things to cool down a bit, and I'm tracking on a weekly chart basis. So whenever get an opportunity to re-enter and then play it, because you need to also understand the playbook is about managing your own risk, managing your own psychology. It's not about me telling you, and it's not a recommendation buy and sell. Now everybody's talking about it, so it's not a time to enter at all. Time to enter was when nobody was talking about it, when we were sharing this whole thing here at different times, because I don't like to share things which are not actionable in this video. And if you found the value from this particular video and you want to continue our journey, please subscribe the notification bell. Also subscribe to my channel so that you get notified whenever I come out with some videos like this, which are informative, educational, and action based. Completely no drama here. So till next video, I will say goodbye and enjoy your week ahead and peaceful weekend investing.